You know, with the holiday season upon us, it can be really a great time to reflect with family as far as things that are really important.
But, you know, amidst the hustle and the bustle of the shopping and the cooking and the festivities and the wrapping and the packing and the planning and it is easy for meaningful moments to slip by unnoticed. So today we have Dr. Michael Walker here to share some valuable insights on how to balance tradition, mindfulness, and family time. Dr. Walker, thanks for being with us.
Thanks for having me. How you all doing today?
Are you taking your own advice?
I'm trying to, right? I mean, you know, the stress of the holiday season can be overwhelming. You know, you think about the planning, as Heather was saying, the planning, the shopping. If you're planning on hosting, I mean, just think about trying to get your house spotless, the cooking, and all those things can create so much stress. And then we have to also think about, at the same time, many of us are still working and having to do regular life things. So that can create a whole lot of pressure and anxiety around the holiday season. So we have to be mindful of that pressure and that stress.
Because it's not like the perfection that anyone's going to remember, right? Like, we may have
What do you mean? My children are going to remember every single detail for the next 16 years.
See, this is what I'm talking about, Dr. Walker.
That's what we think will happen. We think they remember all these extravagant things. And sometimes our kids just want to be. Sometimes they just want to enjoy a board game night with the family. Sometimes they just want to nestle up on the couch and watch a old movie like A Christmas Story, right? Those types of things are what creates lasting memories, not necessarily all the extravagant things. You know, as parents, we always want to, you know, go all out for our kids, maybe decorate our house, outside of our house with all the lights and all those things. Our kids may not even really value that or remember that. And so when we're thinking about that, how are we putting into perspective our expectations on what this holiday season should be? Are we only thinking about what we want and not what our children may see this holiday time to be about?
So should we ask them?
Of course we should, right? I think that's an easy way to find out kind of where you are. So do a little check-in and say, hey, what do you hope to gain over these next couple of weeks throughout the holiday season? They will share those insights with us. And then also, as the adults and the, you know, soon-to-be matriarch and patriarchs of our families, what type of traditions do we want them to be focused on, right? We have to think about, what are we modeling? Are we modeling the stress and uneasiness and the chaos? Or are we modeling the fact of being together with family, being mindful of those connections? You know, AJ, you asked about my daughter who just came home from college. Like, that is a blessing to have her to be able to come home from college and enjoy this holiday season with us. How are we respecting that time with our families and loved ones?
Because it all changes as you get older too, you know, so things that you did at one point, that's going to change, and the things you enjoy doing, that's going to change. I guess maybe the biggest point, at least from what you're saying, is you need to be able to be present with whatever, and just kind of roll with whatever goes, right?
Yes, be present in the moment, right? And again, this perfection that we see, you know, like the movies that we see with all these holiday things, like, that's the movies, right? Real life is a little bit different. It doesn't have to be that extravagant. We can just be with our people and in space and in conversation with them. You know, I know some families who do a pajama night on Christmas Eve to bring in the holiday time, just to kind of relax and enjoy their space and time together. Nothing extravagant where you have to cook all these special meals. Maybe a soup and sandwiches type of a thing, just to be low key, but to spend that quality time with each other. And that's what kids remember and really value.
Yeah, and if you do pajama night, they don't need to be matching. Unrealistic expectations, Michael. Yep.
Okay, for your perspective, because you talked about, you're a dad now, of course, you had a daughter who came back to school. Have your traditions changed, or do you notice your traditions changing now?
No, not yet, you're right, because the core of us are still here, right? I have 3 younger kids, so we're still here. And we really get together with my siblings. So we do a Christmas Eve thing where all of our siblings get together with our children and our significant others. And then we come together and enjoy just a time together. We kind of open a few gifts here and there to share that time. But it's really more about being in the same space with each other, enjoying a meal, and just laughing and enjoying kind of just a time that we have, because you never know when someone's not going to be there, right? Yeah. And so those moments are really valuable and important, and our kids look forward to that time together. Forget
the perfection. That's not the goal. The goal is connection. That's what it's about.
Okay, Michael.
Not perfection, connection. I just came up with something.
Not perfection,
Not perfection, connection.
Okay.
That's slick, AJ. I'm using that. Not perfection, connection.
Yeah.
I like that.
I want something on your next book then.
Yeah. Okay. You got me. You inspired me. Thank you. Merry Christmas to you and your family.
Yeah, you guys have happy holidays as well.